So these totes down here will still be mine for certain business things. For instance, the eBay shipping stuff will probably still be here. But a lot of this is my regular work stuff for YouTube and you know, things doing with sponsors and different videos and whatever. And all of that is going to go downstairs to the new Lego Build Center / Frugal Mama's office. Now we have to figure out what to do with the stuff that we brought up from the laundry room. I have already decided we are not having buckets anymore. These are going to go out in the yard and we're going to plant potatoes, tomatoes, stuff like that in them. And most of them are either empty or mostly empty, but this one definitely has like oats. I know one of these has sugar, one has wheat. We will have to test those out, see if they're still good. And we are now on the hunt, on the lookout for some smaller canisters. Also, oh boy, we have got to get this stuff switched over to digital. Oh, and then all of the stuff, the bathroom stuff. Now, we got rid of loads and loads that we donated, that we shared with family. These are the items that we have chosen to keep for us. The hope and the goal is to fit them up in there. I think it'll make the most sense if we have like a clear plastic tote that all of them are in. That way we can get them out for there, or maybe two, because if we do one, that's probably going to be really heavy. Slowly but surely, we are moving through the eBay packages, getting those things sold, and once those are out of the way, or even sooner, I don't know, we are going to put the new canisters up here, and they'll be nicely labeled, you know, flour, wheat flour, rice, whatever. And then I was able to put all the light bulbs, the ones that were downstairs and the ones from upstairs, into this blue tote up here in the corner. I am planning to put a label on that. We're just gonna bust through, getting the rest of these sold, and then this will be an absolutely perfect spot for our overstock canisters, and it'll make so much more sense than having those ginormous buckets stacked on each other down in the basement. So I am working through all the things that we brought up from down in the laundry room or in the hallway down there. What I have left in this box, a bunch of paper, a plug, I'm not sure what it goes to, some lids, these items from like the heater, the water heater or something. I'm gonna have my husband look at those and see if we need to keep them. And then these two lids. You guys know that I do keep lids on hand in case when saving and salvaging, dumpster diving, whatever, we find totes that don't have lids so that we can then match them up. I've done this so many times, but now that we are in more of a space-saving situation, I'm wondering if I should keep these. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I know they take up almost no room. They're really, you know, they're thin. They could very easily go in a corner in the attic. I just have to write down on my map of where my things are that those are up there so that I'll actually, you know where they are and be able to use them. Then we have buckets. There's a couple more. They are out on the porch waiting to be taken care of because I think it was oats and brown rice were in the other two, and they, unfortunately, I'm so ashamed, they went off. So we will have to dump those out. I don't know if they can be mulched, you know, go in our compost, maybe. If you guys have any ideas what to do with old yucky rice and oats, please do tell us in the comments. But anyhow, I have ordered these fabulous new canisters that are a much better size for us. They will be the limit and they will fit comfortably in the kitchen. I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, something else I'm working on this week. We brought up all of the VHS. We've got like my old skydiving videos. Yes, Mama was a skydiver. We've got like the kids' ultrasound videos and then assorted home movies. I am going to, hopefully this week, I'm bound and determined to do it this week, to get over to this place that does it, that transfers them to digital, and to get that done. Then I'm not sure. I did get the shower curtains that were down there all washed. I need to fold up the plastic liner, but the regular curtain is here in one of our Temu bags that we are reusing. Yep, we are finding all kinds of things to do with these bags, and this is one of them. So we'll add the liner, once I get that folded up, add that to this, and they will go in the attic, and I will be working on a map of the attic just so I know where to find these things whenever we finally get the downstairs bathroom ready to have a shower curtain again. Okay, I did find homes for some of the things, the medications, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now, I emptied a tote and then I took another tote elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is get organized, the things that are overstock, like the face stuff and the shave gels and the Nair. I'm going to get all those. There's also these, what are they? Cleansers? Oh no, lotions. I'm going to get those into one basket and then find room for them up here. This is still a work in progress. I've mentioned many times that we have goals and plans for what we'd like to do up there to make this more usable. But for now, for this moment, I just want to not have these things on the floor. So we're going to start with a simple solution, not the best solution, but a workable solution, and then we will go from there. A question I have, Frugal friends, I've got several, I have these all over the place, Bath and Body Works, and not just them, other companies as well, of lotions, and you know, a lot of them we found dumpster diving, and they're still perfectly fine, whatever, but they're like half empty. These are not things I'm going to give out as gifts. I guess I could offer them out because we did donate and share so much from here. Facial products and shave gels and all of that. We, with family, friends, and neighbors and just donating to the local shelter, so much hair products, conditioners, and anyway, all that stuff. I don't feel like these are the kind of thing that I can donate in that way because they're open, they're half gone. They're obviously things I can give out to family, friends, and neighbors who want them. But what do you do with all of them besides just using them? But the thing is, we find so much lotion. As dumpster divers or doing coupons or whatever, we end up with mountains of lotion, lots of lotion that's like halfway gone. I need some ideas, some thoughts, Frugal friends, because I just don't know. Okay, so again, not ideal and not pretty, but I did get those overstock items up there. There's plenty of room in here. What I'm thinking is some smaller totes with lids and then labels. Those could stack really nice. Yes, I'd like to add a second shelf in there. That would be fantastic. But for now, I think some tall, slim, lidded totes might just be the thing. Clear, but with labels. And now we have two basically empty totes. I am going to ask my husband if he wants these. I don't know if they fit the razor that he uses. And then this is an extra, absolutely sealed, brand new. I have so much aloe. Like, I don't know how I have so many things of aloe, probably from dumpster diving. This is one actually that I bought. So I'm going to donate that one. I'm going to ask my husband about this one, and I will either sell or donate that. And now these two totes can go get cleaned and be stacked with our other totes and baskets ready for future sorting and storage uses. I went ahead and refilled the Raid Max Bug Barrier, so that's ready to go for this spring. I did put as much of this as I could into that Windex bottle, and then I found this one up here in the upstairs bathroom, and so the rest of these will combine nicely. And it's such a simple thing, Frugal friends, using this funnel from the dumpsters. I have found so many of these in the dollar store dumpsters. Combining things. It's so simple, such a silly thing, but it saves space. And when you live in a small house, every inch matters. For some reason, I find lots of these in the dumpsters when I'm actively dumpster diving. They'll have just a little bit left, and I don't get it. I'm like, you paid for all of that. That's still totally usable. Why are you throwing it away? Okay, funny thing happened. I went to put away the other bottle in the cupboard under the sink in the upstairs bathroom, and I found another Windex bottle. So I was able to combine both of those ones together, and this allowed us to get rid of 2 bottles. That doesn't seem like a huge thing, but come on, every one of them takes up space. And now we have a very full single bottle. So this pile of VHS are unidentified. I don't know what's on them, but my mother-in-law has a VHS player, so we can check those out and see what they are. Then I have the camcorder, and I need to find a cord to plug into it so that I can get enough charge to get the video out that is in there. I'm almost certain there's one in there. And then I have the VHSs and the, what are they called, 8mm, or I think so. I think they're 8mm. I don't know. Anyway, oh, yep, that's what it says right there, doesn't it? 8mm. So I've got all the 8mm and these VHSs, mostly of like ultrasounds, family videos, especially from when I was a kid. And then what else? Some school projects from like high school, skydiving. Yeah. So my fabulous boots that I've had for years and years, they're the Totes brand. I absolutely love them. The insole on this one has really been wearing out, but the boots themselves are still perfectly good. While I have these insoles from my new Fitville sneaks. I'll leave a link for those in the video description. I've been loving them, absolutely loving them. But I did switch out the sole for my favorite Dr. Scholl's insert, and so these were just left over, and you know, oftentimes these just get thrown away. You replace it with one, what are you gonna do with the other? Well, guess what? I am gonna put them into my Totes boots, and that way we'll get a lot more life out of these boots, and these insoles will not go to waste. This is frugal living. Okay, my new containers have arrived. I was a little bit nervous when I saw the size of this box, you know, and it's supposed to have 4 pieces. I was like, oh no, these are gonna be way too tiny. But I think we'll be okay because, yeah, they're just stacked in there. So this will be a huge departure from what we had been doing for years and years with massive storage supplies and stuff like that. It is still important to have backup foods and to have supplies, especially for emergencies or just, you know, all kinds of situations. But I definitely don't need to be doing what I was doing. We're just not in a place in our life and our family where it makes sense to have these buckets and buckets of stuff that do go bad. You know, the brown rice went bad, the oats went bad, and that's just a waste of money. That is not frugal. This is frugal. Limiting ourselves, buying only what we need, and maybe just a tinge more, just a little bit more, and focusing when it comes to food storage or any other storage items, focusing on the things that we will actually use. Okie dokie, there they are. I'm really excited about this. I know it seems like, oh, those are so small. And that's, you know, it's okay. Is it often a better deal to buy bigger packages of things like flour and rice? Yes, it is, but a good deal is not a good deal if it goes to waste, if the food goes bad, if the item goes unused. It's not worth it, no matter how good the deal or the money savings are, okay? Now, we have more than what will fit in these. So temporarily, I will have to have some in, I don't know, zippy bags or something, maybe in the freezer. We will figure it out. I do really like that these lids have these locking mechanisms. Hopefully they stand up to the test of being used and the test of time. Lots of things are just not made very well anymore. Hopefully these are good ones.